Good day, everyone. Today we're gonna be deep diving into the history grade 10 term 3 scope. So there are gonna be 11 weeks within term 3, and without wasting any time, let's deep dive into it. Within the first week to the fourth week, or within a month, you're gonna be taught the topic 5 colonial expansion after 1750. So as you know that in history there is source based or is a of how did the colonial expansion into the interior transform South Africa. Britain takes control of the Cape, which is gonna be source based. Inside there's gonna be the indigenous population driven out or drawn into labor force, changing labor patterns, ending of slave trade of 1807 and slavery of 1834 at the Cape and the control of labor, expanding frontiers and trade, the Boer response to British control, trekking into the interior, Xhosa responses, cooperation and conflict, including cattle killing, the Zulu kingdom and the colony of Natal, which is an essay which you need to choose one subtopic. The need for controlled labor force, indentured Indian labors for sugar, also labors for railways and coal. The Anglo-Zulu War, cooperation and the conflict on the Highveld, the Boer republics and the Basotho king, the Mashushu as a case study. Within the concept, there will be the concept of colonialism, indigenous population, and frontiers. And they're going to focus on the skills and values of the human rights, dignity, unity, and justice. Within the 5th week to the 8th week, we focus on topic 6, South African War and Union, source-based and essay, background to the South African War, which is source-based. Mining capitalism, which is going to be brief. Influx of capital and development of mining companies and stock exchange, as well as technology. Emergence of classes capitalist, the middle class and workers. Creation of racially divided industrial labor force. The legalization of job reservation and low black wages, creating the structural insecurity for white workers and breeding racism. You're gonna also learn about the South African War from 1899 to 1902, which is gonna be source based, and it focuses on the South Africa on the eve of the war. Britain increasingly interest in South Africa with the discovery of minerals, political and economic struggle for control for the gold fields. Within the essay, there's gonna be the end of the war, peace negotiations, role and experiences of women in the war, role and experiences of black South Africans in the war. Within the concept, you're going to learn about the Boer republics, scorched earth policy, skills that are going to be provided, and the values that you're going to learn about. Within week 9, they're going to be focusing on the source-based questions with the things that you need to know to analyze sources, phrasing of level 1, 2, and 3 questions, approach to source-based questions, paragraph writing, revision of essay writing, analysis of the question, introduction linked to the question using relevant evidence to develop a line of argument, conclusion linked to introduction and question. Within week 10 to 11th, the following tasks should have been completed by the end of the term 3. Task 5, source-based or essay questions, 50 marks. Task 6, standardized, test 2, 100 marks. Time, 2 hours. So it is also, in the exam, they will be divided into 2 sections, Section A and Section 8. Section A is source-based questions, question 1 and 2. Background, South Africa War, 1899 to 1902. The section B, it's gonna be essay questions, question 3 and 4, background of South African War, 1899 until 1902. So combined the source based and the essay, it's gonna be 100 marks within the examination. Thank you.